everyone. A very warm welcome to another edition of Exhausted to Extraordinary, a Mindset Hack series with me, Dr. Sharon Grossman. And today I'm joined by Susan and Susan Peppercorn, I should say. And Susan, a very warm welcome to you from Miami Beach. And where are you hanging out?
Thank you, Sharon. I am hanging out in rainy Boston today.
Oh, it's raining.
Yes, it's raining. We've had a lot of thunderstorms today.
Wow. So, okay. And we're recording this in September. So it's kind of interesting that it's already starting, isn't it?
It is. The weather is definitely changing. It's going to be very cool after these storms come through.
Yeah.
And we can see the leaves changing already. And I'm not looking forward to that, I have to tell you honestly.
Yeah. You more of a summer person?
I am definitely more of a summer person.
Love the sunshine. Sure. Yeah. Well, you got to come down to Miami.
I know Beach. Okay. I know what comes after this. For a long time, for many months.
I hear you on that. I hear you. Well, for those of you who don't know Susan, she's an executive and positive psychology coach, which I absolutely love, who works with executives and professionals to help them create positive shifts in their careers. She was named one of the top 20 executive coaches in Boston in 2020. Now, Susan provides practical tools and strategies and acts as a thought partner to support the challenging process of change. She's also the author of the bestselling book, Ditch Your Inner Critic at Work, Evidence-Based Strategies to Thrive in Your Career. Now, if that sounds intriguing, then listen up, because in just 7 minutes, Susan is going to share with you how to successfully make a mid-career transition. I can't wait to have this conversation. Susan, we are starting the clock right now. And question number one is, what are the biggest challenges your ideal client faces?
I would say the biggest challenge that my ideal client faces is their mindset. They often get in their heads that if they're at a certain age, that it's no longer possible to make a change. And they have all these demons that they have to deal with, telling them that they can't do it. And that is so not true. So if they can get past that negative mindset, they can make a change and they can do it successfully.
I got to imagine it's things like, it's too late for me. Things like that. Yeah.
Right. It's too late for me. I'm not relevant. No one's going to hire me at my age.
Exactly.
I'm too old. Yeah, exactly. That's
all right. Question number two, what are the typical symptoms that they experience with that problem?
So if someone exhibits that lack of confidence, that's going to come through in an interview. And they're going to be hesitant during an interview, and they're going to turn off the potential employer. So there's a lot of repercussions that can have if someone doesn't present themselves positively. So the work that I do with a client is to help them really inventory their skills, their strengths, and have knowledge of what they have to offer to the job market before they actually enter the job market, because that's vitally important. You can't jump in there unless you know what you have to offer.
Yeah, it really boosts their confidence, I imagine. So question number three, what are the common mistakes they make when trying to solve that problem?
So a common mistake that people make, and probably the most common one, is just applying online. Seeing a job description wherever you might see it posted and just applying. And statistics will tell you that that has woefully poor results. Less than 30% of people actually get their jobs by applying online. Most people get their jobs through a networking contact. But people are usually very afraid of using their network because they don't know how to appropriately engage their network when they're in a job search. So that's a lot of what I help people understand how to do. But that's the biggest mistake that people make. It's like apply and pray, and that doesn't work.
I like how you have a name for it. That's awesome. All right. So 3 minutes, 47 seconds. And question number 4 is, what would be an example of a transformation that is possible after this challenge is properly diagnosed?
Oh, great question. So a transformation that is possible is talking to people in a field or a function that you're interested in, getting their advice as to how to go about making the change. So forget about applying online, as we were talking about, but getting advice from people that are in the industry or in the function that you're interested in about how to go about doing it, and then taking that advice and applying it. And there are many, many ways to do that. But that can be very transformational because that's a way that people learn about jobs. They can tap that network to help them when they see a job posted, and it changes the game completely when people take that approach.
Yeah, it kind of leverages you up, doesn't it?
Without a doubt.
Yeah. All right. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. And question number 5 is, what's the number one mindset hack you could give your ideal client to solve that problem?
So the mindset hack I would recommend is to reframe asking for help. So most people are afraid to ask for help because they see it as a sign of weakness. But if they saw it as a sign of strength, that people actually want to help because they've been helped in the past. And there's actually research that bears this out that comes out of the University of Michigan, by the way. So if you thought that if you approach someone and ask them for advice or information with the understanding that they are eager to help you because they've been helped in the past, and you really believe that in your heart and in your soul, that's the biggest mindset change. Yeah. That if somebody did that, it would really help them tremendously, and it does help them.
Awesome. So 1 minute, 21 seconds. And question number 6 is, what is one valuable free resource that you can direct people to that will further help with that problem?
There's a book, and it's called, I'm blanking on the name.
Well, Susan, you have your interview guide.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So there's a resource that I can offer to listeners of your show, which is available, that I'm offering, and it's called the Interview Survival Guide. So this is a resource to help people prepare for interviews because it has the most commonly asked interview questions and how to answer them. And this also gives people confidence before they go into an interview. So this is something that I'm going to make available to listeners of your show.
Thank you. And 19 seconds. And finally, question number 7, what's the one question I should have asked you but didn't that would give great value to our audience?
How to get in touch with me.
Well, we will have all of your contact information in the show notes. Susan, thank you so much for your time, for being here and sharing your amazing work with our audience. I'm sure they're going to love it.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me today.
Thanks for checking out the Exhausted to Extraordinary podcast. If you like what we do here, head on over to iTunes to subscribe, like us, and leave us a review. It is very much appreciated. And if you're feeling burned out and want to challenge yourself, take the 7-day Burnout to Your Best Life Bootcamp. Go to 7dayburnouchallenge.com to join for free.